Hey guys, today I'm going to cook some marinated chicken legs on the Weber Kettle. So let's get queuing. I have a tray of chicken legs here. These were 99 cents a pound, so $5.36 for those. Not too bad for any type of meat these days. Okay, I'm going to make a vinegar and oil marinade. So I'm going to use, comes out slow. I'd say about half vinegar. This is red wine vinegar. You can use other types of vinegar if you like, that the flavor will be a little bit different, but I kind of like that red wine vinegar. It gives it a nice flavor. And then like about half oil. This is avocado oil. Use whatever kind of oil you have, whatever you want. Okay, we'll put that, and then also some Worcestershire sauce. Sprinkle in a little bit of that. So about half vinegar, half oil, and sprinkle in a little bit of Worcestershire like that. I'll also add some Johnny's seasoned pepper to that. Besides pepper, this has sugar, red and green bell pepper, garlic, and onion in it. But you could use other seasonings if you like. Now hopefully I can fit all these chicken legs in there, in this tray. Just kind of mix them around in the marinade there. Not sure if that'll be enough marinade. I may have to top it off a little bit if that's not enough. Alright, let me get all these in there and get them mixed around a little bit. It's kind of a tight squeeze in this baking dish, but it'll work. I have another bottle of red wine vinegar here, so put just a little more over the top. And I'll kind of keep mixing them around, you know, rotating them so they get coated all around with the marinade there. Sprinkle some of the Johnny's over the top here. And I'm just going to let these marinate on the counter for about an hour or two. If I let stuff marinate for a short amount of time, I just let it sit on the counter. But if I do it longer periods of time, I'll put it in the fridge, like overnight or whatever. But for this, I'm just going to let it sit here on the counter for a bit and just kind of keep mixing them around. We'll get the grill lit here. I'm using Royal Oak lump charcoal. Usually use that because it cooks hotter and I like the flavor better than briquettes. I have it in the slow and sear. That's a paper towel soaked in cooking oil. I just used some of the avocado oil. It's what I have. Let's put a little dab of lighter fluid as well, just to help it get going. Get that started. I also have the drip and griddle down at the bottom to catch the grease. Some people like to put a pan or foil down in the bottom. Just keeps the grease from getting into your vents and stuff. Kind of helps with cleanup. If you don't do that, sometimes your vents get all greased up and plugged up. So, you know, that's pretty helpful. While the coals get hot, I'll get my chicken on there. The chicken's been in the marinade for a little over an hour now, so it's looking good. And I'm cooking it indirectly, meaning I'm cooking it on this side of the coals, not directly over the coals. Nice thing about that, it doesn't flame up all the time and you don't have to worry about it burning. I remember the old days when I used to cook chicken indirect all the time and always end up all black and burned up when I cooked it on charcoal. These cheap little charcoal grills I used to buy. Alright, just get this all spread out. Looks like the marinade's gotten into the chicken pretty good. Okay, as soon as the coals get going a little bit better, we'll get the lid on there. And that's a slow and sear that's holding the charcoal. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's a slow and sear. If you don't have that, you can just pile your coals on the back side of the grill. The coals are starting to look good. This lump charcoal burns hot and fast once it gets going, so I like cooking chicken hot, so I'm just going to leave the vents wide open. It's been about half an hour. The grill's running about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, so let's see how it looks here. Oh yeah, it's doing pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is brush on some of the excess marinade now. I wouldn't do this right at the end, you know, right before you took it off, but you know, as long as you give it a chance to cook, it should kill any bacteria that's in it. I've done this before without any problems. So just get these all brushed up here and I'll get the lid back on. I don't think I really need to turn them over, although the skin doesn't look very crispy. So what I may do at the end is just put them over the coals for just a little bit right at the end, kind of sear them up a little bit, but we'll see. Just kind of play it by ear, see how they look. All right, get the lid back on there and let them go. I don't think I really need to turn them over. It's been about 10 more minutes, so about 40 minutes total now. So let's take another look. Okay, they're browning up pretty nice on the top side. So let's see like what the bottom looks like. Not quite as brown on the bottom. So you know what? Maybe I will flip them and then brush some more of that marinade on them on that side before I put the lid back on. Yeah, they browned a little more on that top side, so that's the reason I decided to flip them. And we'll use the rest of this marinade. All right, get the lid back on and we'll be back in a little bit. It's been an hour and 5 minutes and I just pulled the lid off. These look good. Some of them are starting to crack open, so I think they're done. What I think I'm going to do though is spin this around a little bit and kind of just brown them up, sear them up a little bit before I take them off. So I can just do like a couple of them, you know, about 4 of them at a time. That way they won't get all burned. I'll just kind of keep an eye on them and then I'll pull them off and we'll try them out. I washed out my dish and put them back in the same dish. I didn't put them in the dirty marinade. Okay, let's see what this one looks like right here. Oh yeah, it looks nice and moist. Yeah, I like it. Let's try a bite. That's good. Nice flavor from the marinade. More of a subtle smoky taste from the lump charcoal, which I prefer. Chicken's pretty moist on the inside. Skin got fairly crispy. I like it. And he's waiting to try it. Want to try a piece, Sandy? There you go. Well, it's pretty much inhaled. Well, that was good. I'll write the ingredients to the marinade in the description. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.